Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. So today is Sunday the 10th of July and the prompt is time out. So I'm taking some time out. It's a good day for it. The weather is not the best out there, so it's a little bit of time out. So I picked up my needlework that I started for bouquet and I finished it. So this is the piece. I ended up sticking with the silk threads. They were beautiful. Oh, I've never stitched with anything like that. And I think it's because it just slid through the fabric beautifully. So absolutely gorgeous. A bit of a fan of silk threads now. So I ended up changing the design a little bit. You'll notice that the leaves have been shortened up and they were coming out here. I ended up removing the leaves that were out here, and well, I sort of started with this one, and as I stitched it I started to think that it was more in proportion to the display. They were a little bit too big for what I wanted to achieve with this particular a vase, ikebana of flowers. So I ended up removing the big one and shortening up this one and bringing in the branch to match with the little blue flowers. Then I was sort of looking at it and it just needed something else. So I sketched in a second stem, and I sort of had a look at some fuchsias. Now they're an unusual flower. They're so beautiful. They have lots of petals with these little trumpety things that hang down and then these little stamens that come out of it. So I didn't have a lot of space to sort of get the true shape of a fuchsia, but it was enough of an inspiration to, you know, allow me to bring in some more floral design. And I really, really like it. I'm glad I backed away from the green leaves. It just didn't seem right when I started applying green to the actual stitching. So really happy with it. Love how it's come up. I do think it needs something else. Now, I considered putting a black stitched frame around it. I do that a lot when I do watercolors, and it really helps to I guess, for want of a better of a word, frame the image, especially if you take the frame through your design. And say you'd come down here with some black and then stop and then pick it back up down here and then carry on. But it just won't look right with the way that this sort of sits on the page, if that makes sense. So, and the other thing is with stitching, to get a crisp line is quite difficult. So I'd probably have to couch the thread down, and then you still will get little stitches showing where you've actually held that stitch down. Like the branch for the fuchsia, I did couch, and it's just a simple line of thread, and then I came back over it and stitched it down in a few spots. So you can sort of see where there's a cross stitch there, not a cross, but a little stitch, a little stitch. So it still gives it a little bit of, there's a little stitch there. You can see it really well actually on the green. You can see, I'll bring it right up to the camera. You can see the thread going to that leaf, and then I've put 1, 2 little stitches over it to couch it down into position. So most of it is couched. So my black thing sort of, yeah, I don't know, but I still feel like I need something. I notice in a lot of their imagery, let me grab some of my fussy cut things here. They have this little red emblem. I still haven't had a chance to sort of look it up. For example, so what I'm thinking of doing is actually adding something paper to it. Maybe a stamp. What have we got? Actually, this one's, what's this? It's floral, so that's a good start. It says Japanese couture. I like this red one too. I'm just going to cut it out. I just think it'll make it look more like a Japanese piece of embroidery because they have this little red emblem. Now I could have a go at stitching something, but I'm not going to because I don't know what I would be writing. It's like me being from a different language and I pick a random English word and stitch it, not even knowing what that word is. So I'm not going to attempt it in case I write something I shouldn't. I'm trusting that these words, I guess, are okay. I don't know what they say or what they mean, but I'm trusting that they're okay. So I'm not going to try and, write something Japanese because I might insult the Japanese culture. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, I like that. I actually like that. Do I put it over a little bit? Yeah. No, it needs to come back into the design and line up with the vase. Oh, yeah. I love it. It just finishes it. Yeah, I love it. It's like paper meets fabric, which is exactly what this journal's about. I'm going to add glue to that. And glue that down. The other thing about taking time out is while I was sitting there stitching, I started thinking about as if I was going on the trip tomorrow, but of course I'm not. And then I thought, well, what if I go on the trip in a few years' time and I grab this journal and I'm wondering what I should pack. I don't know if this is crazy, but I was thinking, what if I pick this up in 5 years' time and I'm looking at it going, oh, I'm going to do this. What do I pack? I'd literally have to take a moment and work out, what I need to pack with the journal so that I can use the journal. And I thought, well, I'm working on the journal now, putting so much effort into sort of building something that can literally go into my suitcase. I thought I would maybe make a list. So what I'm thinking of doing is one of these prompts that tucked away. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? Is I'm going to create a list of things that I want to pack, I need to pack for the journal in order to work in the journal. Does that make sense? So I'm going to create maybe an envelope and tuck in a note of everything I need. I'm going to do it now. I've finished my piece, so I've only got 8 minutes of my video, so I might as well, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to pop that away. That's completed. And I've got a few random items on my desk here, like envelopes and tags and just stuff that could be grabbed and used. So I'm just looking through it. Okay, here we go. I picked out this envelope and there's a couple little journal cards inside, or yeah, little cards. They got a few marks on them, but that doesn't matter. So what we might do is let's decorate the envelope. Let's then add it to the journal so that maybe we make a little flip. And then in the meantime, I can write anything that comes to mind as I do this, slide it in there. So when I pick it up to go in, say, 5 years' time, I can bring this little card out and go, oh, hello, I want to take things like the fabric pen, pack a fabric pen, because that would be very handy to have if I wanted to do some embroidery and sketch something before I stitch it. So things like that. Maybe put a little bit of thread in so that I have something to work with when I get there. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to grab the scraps from the leftovers, and we'll just collage some of these bits and pieces onto onto the envelope. Well, let's have a look. What have we got? Need to turn everything over because Stamperia have prints on the front and the back. Oh, that's pretty. So you sort of need to make sure you... That's nice. Let me just make a little bit of room here. Grab my glue book. Get rid of my fabric. Oh, goodness me. See, I'm heading off on a tangent. Get rid of that. So we don't want glue on it. Do I have a wet ones? Because we will get sticky fingers. Yes, I do. Okay. Now we're ready. ready. Glue stick. So where's that cut going? I like that orange. I like those tones. So I'm just going to cut that down. I've got a paper cutter here that I'm going to just pull up. I won't put it into shot. I'll just put it on my lap and do a few little cuts as we go. So bear with me. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, lovely. What else have we got? Got a bigger piece. I'm thinking, let's make it a tuck spot as well. So it'll go on a page. We'll have my little list in it, but on the front here, it'll have something. So where's my paper? Oh gosh, got myself in a mess already. Where's my general paper? Yeah, here we go. Let's get a piece on and then we make that a pocket. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I like that. So let's get the paper out of the way. Let's get the tear ruler. Oops, what's going on there? Upside down. I hope you're all having a lovely day. For the Aussie girls in Australia, being Sunday, be lovely. It is Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, I think so, yes. Goodness me. See, I need some time out. I really feel like I've had a very big week and I'm feeling like I need literally time out. So I was quite impressed when I saw the prompt. I'm thinking, oh, just doing this will be time out. And so I just want to rip down this piece a little more. I might even film a couple videos ahead to today because I've got a busy week coming with work. So I'm going to, yeah, I think I will. I might actually get that piece there involved in this imagery because it's a shame to tear through that circle. So I'm actually going to adjust a little bit there and remark it so that I get that circle and words there. So yeah, I'm thinking I might make a couple videos today, so I hope that doesn't break the rules. But I'd hate to get up one morning and be so busy with my day job that I just don't get in here. So being that I have some time out, I might film ahead just a couple. Plus I feel like playing And I can already see I'm starting to make a mess, so I might as well turn the camera on and keep making a mess. What's the next prompt for tomorrow? Fussy cut. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's, yeah, I will definitely film ahead. Let's work on our little ephemera folder that is going into our journal to hold all my fussy cuts. So yeah, oh, that's great. Yep, that will go on there beautifully. Yeah, I am going to still cover that up, you know, because of the pocket. Goodness me, best laid plans did not work out. I might raise that actually. I can do that because you'll never know that paper finished underneath. Hey, now we're cooking. Fake it until you make it. Okay, so I'm going to tear again. And we're going to... Oh, my belly's rumbling. It's time to make some breakfast, I think. Hope you can't hear that. It's terrible. I might just ink around this envelope to get rid of that stark white edge. It's a bit beaten around the envelope, but it'll be all right. I think it came in Happy Mail because I don't usually use those index cards. I've never bought them anyway. Oh, I don't want art glitter glue. I want the blue glue. So I'm just going to attach that. At the top. There we go. So having a little time out and doing needlework has led me to think about this particular little piece that can go on here. Now I want to cut a little hole there, a little divot, just to show me that it is a pocket. So I've just got my punch. I hope that's... Lovely. I like how the circle is a orangey tone and the piece of cardstock I'm using for this little pocket is just an orangey tone as well. I might see if I can find a blank tag, and I'm going to slide it into the pocket now. So then it's sort of got its tag ready, but I won't decorate it because I, you know, like I say all the time, I want to leave things to do on the trip. So I'm just looking in my box of tricks. Yep, I might put 2 tags in, 2 little tags. Whether they stay with this or something else goes in, who knows, but at least they're in there, ready for the journal. Okay, now this side. So what do I want to do with this side? So I might just ink it. Get rid of the tags so they're not bulking me up. And we need something to collage over there. I wish I had some bigger pieces. What have we got? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I like that. That's the one. do this. It's nearly the right size. I'd love to make it like a secret tuck spot, but I also want to know it's there. I could, let me just cut this lengthwise down. It's tricky when the envelope's not open because I've got to get that shape, but how can I get that shape? It probably is a trick that I don't know. I know. What if I get some... What if I get some tracing paper? I don't know if this is the way you should do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to get some tracing paper and I'm going to trace that shape. Where's my ruler? It might as well be precise. Just excuse me as I try and get in a little closer to get the angles right. The main thing is to get, you know, there we go. So now if I cut that out, I now have the shape of my envelope. Whoops. Yep. I didn't quite bring that up high enough. So it's a little bit out, actually. Oh, it's hard to see the lines. So I'm just going to trim that a little bit more because I didn't have it straight this side. So I'm just going to take off that little bit because now it's sitting... Oh, is it? Oh, it's hard to see. Oh, goodness me. I know it'll work, but if I just take my time and get it right, it will work a treat. I just need a little bit more off my little opening there. I think it'll be more accurate. I love how this prompt takes you places where you didn't think you were going to be. I sat down, I showed you some needlework, and now I'm covering an envelope. Great fun. Okay, that's pretty good. So now, I'm going to turn that around. I can put that on there and draw my line. Now I will cut it slightly inside that line because I want it to sort of come back a little bit from the edge, because when I place that on there, I've got a little edge anyway. So yeah, what I might do is cut just past the line at first and then have a look, and I can always take another little smidgen off. Let's have a look. Yeah. That is pretty good. Could probably just take a little bit off this side. And what I might do just to embellish it a little bit is I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew around that edge. Okay, and what I will also do is I need to create a piece for in there. No, I won't, because that can slide under something. So then it's glued down, so I don't need that. But I will need a piece to slide into the envelope, and I'll just use some of this thinner paper. This will do. I'm really starting to use some of these pieces, so I might have to print some more. Plus they will be added to the journal as bits of paper to take with me as well. So I'll need to make a spot for all of this so that it's in the journal too. Let's rip this down. Once again, I got some nice red marks there. So I'm just going to work out my final tears, because if I can save them for something else, I will, which I think I can. So that'll slide in there, and that will be enough there. And then that'll be enough there. Okay. Line it up on my board. Oh. Line it up again over here and there. Try and make it a little square. Okay, those bits go there. That should now slide into there. Yep, beautiful. So that can stay in there, and I'll just pop a little bit of glue in. I better ink it. Hang on, hold your horses. Let's ink that. Might as well ink that. Ink that edge before I get too far in front. Okay. Just get that lined up nicely. And plenty of glue, because we want it to hold. Oh, I can't get the pin in the top of the glue. There we go. Done. One Japanese inspired envelope. Okay, so I will stop the video here because I'm going to film again. So instead of cutting and pasting videos together like I do if I do stop and start, the envelope's a bit dodgy. Doesn't really matter because I've got that piece going over the top, and I'll just pop a little bit of glue. So yeah, I will finish the video here. We've got to the half-an-hour mark, which is good. That piece I will stitch around, add it to there, and now I have a envelope with a pocket on the front, some little tags to go in it, ready for travel. Lovely. Yeah, that is really cool. And that then will slide, you know, under something somewhere in the journal. And I might just take a moment and just jot down a few things that are sort of floating around in my mind before I forget them. And then that can go in there ready for, you know, travel. Okay, everyone, I will see you all soon in the next video, which will be, you know, in a few minutes. Okay, bye.